classes starting today.
You must have noticed how tired she looks.
Well, she will do. Not surprising, is it?
When she has to cook and clean 7 days a week and look after a 6-month-old baby. No, it isn't.
That's what I meant, love.
Well, it may not be a surprise, but it's hardly very fair.
Oh, well. I better get on, I suppose.
It's not easy getting Ma to do less, but someone might make the effort.
Oh, you're right. See you later.
Oh, Matt, I've been thinking about opening up that door again.
Eh?
To the outhouse. At the very least, it would mean I could listen out for Robert when Ma's very busy. And if she wanted to leave him here for a few hours, well, she wouldn't have to trek round the yard, would she? Especially come winter. Oh, I know what you're going to say.
We closed that door up, love, to make this place a bit separate.
Yeah, but you don't need to worry about Ma and Robert spending too much time here. That's not the problem.
True. Well, we'll look into it, shall we? Well, think about it when we've got the harvesting. See you later. Ta-ra, Sam.
Got to keep your staff on their toes, haven't you? Sum up.
I'm just not too fond of hospital food. Slow down a bit, will you?
Nah, you'll be all right. Safe as houses. Hey, it's a good name for the company, isn't it? Safe as houses.
I want you to take a serious look at this place.
I know Connelton Mill. Jack used to rent it.
Oh, you should see it now.
Hey, nay, lad. There hasn't been trouble up Mill, has there?
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Wilkes. Oh, I used to have lovely wavy hair once upon a time.
Waving goodbye now, I expect. Like mine.
Oh, I've just washed it and plug holes full of hairs. It's like that every time. They can put men on the moon, but can they put a single hair back on a man's head? No, they cannot.
Can't invent a self-threaded needle either.
Ah, well, first person to invent a genuine hair restorative will need barns, nay, warehouses to store his money in. You'd rub it on just before going to bed and in the morning.
You'd have a shaggy pillow.
Yeah, you'd have beginnings of a fine head of hair. What you trying to do?
What does it look like?
Well, if you will go traipsing miles every day, it's no wonder it's friction of wool against leather. Yeah, let me do that. Some folk are about as nimble with their hands as penguins.
I've always thought it unfair that women don't lose their hair.
Yeah, Mr. Wilkes, couldn't be doing with a lot of bald-headed women running about.
No, I suppose not.
Are you sure this is right-sized needle?
What was it the good Lord said? It's easier for a publican to thread a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Or was it the other way round?
Yeah.
If I saw that Robin Parr in a slurry pond, I wouldn't pull him out. Call himself a journalist.
It's all in the past, Mr. Turner.
Well, it's fixed forever in the company rag. I bet there were some snide remarks about that at head office. Why, it's on the front page. Look. Joe's triumphant grin and my team's dismal showing. Only a gallant stand by NY gamekeeper Seth Armstrong saved the day and salvaged the NY team's pride. Gamekeeper. Layer of poisoned bait in offices.
Oh, it wasn't really a dismal showing, Mr. Turner. I mean, you were doing very well before...
Say it, Mrs. Brett. Before the collapse. You know, I laid awake in a lather of sweat last night thinking about that.
But you were batting superbly. Even Jack Sugden said so.
Did he? Yes, I do remember one or two rather good thwacks. But it's the sheer injustice of it, Mrs. Merritt. These slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Othello. Morning, Joe.
Morning, Mrs. Bates.
Hello, Joe.
Splendid day. Lovely combining weather.
Ah, yes. I was going to see you about last year's costings.
Oh?
Particularly the cost about getting the grain in.
Oh, well, that's all taken care of. The combines are ready to go and the men are straining at the leash. I rather thought today might be the day.
I mean, those dryers were draining National Grid last year.
Joe, the grain does have to be absolutely dry before you can store it.
It's cheaper to dry on the stalk, though, than in one of them things.
Yeah, but may I remind you, there wasn't a full week without rainfall last harvest.
Besides, another day like today could make all the difference. And the long-range weather forecast looks good. I assume you've checked it.
His master's voice. Phil Pierce again. Well, if the little corporal wants us to do nothing, that's precisely what we'll do, more or less. I think I shall go for a walk, after I've kiboshed the combines. Hello, Bridge Farm.
Good morning. You are?
Sandy Merritt.
Ah, yes, of course. Eric Pollard. More or less what I expected. Dickensian charm and not a lot else.
Would you like a cup of coffee? There's no one else here yet. I'll introduce you to the rest of the staff later.
I'll meet them singly on my own, Miss Merrick. I'd like you to sort out a list of names and a brief resume of duties.
Right.
Including yours, of course.
Of course.
One of the men can show me round later.
Fine.
My office is...
This way, I'll show you.
No need. Miss Merrick,
Yes, Mr. Pollard.
a cup of tea wouldn't come amiss.
First of all, the guttering goes. The rain runs down the walls inside and out. And then one windy night, a tile comes off the roof, and the rain gets in at the floors. Houses need people as much as people need houses. The timber's still sound, though. There's nothing wrong with the basic structure.
Sure. I think our Jack used to rent this place.
I so you said.
He was going through his artistic phase in them days. Fashion was to live in somewhere like this in semi-squalor.
Well, the fashion now is to live in a semi-luxury. I mean, you can just see what this place could be, can't you, Joe?
Aye. It's got possibilities. And the sale price shouldn't be too high.
It's got everything to make a wealthy townie's rural dream come true. Imagination, that's all it needs.
Oh, aye. And hard cash and hard work and all.
I can match your money with men and machinery. It's got to be a partnership, hasn't it? I mean, my building knowledge and your business sense. We've got so much going for us. You're not going to change your mind about a company. Once I put the walls and the roof right, well, then I'd start work inside. I'd sand every floor and seal it. Strip all the doors and the skirtings and do the same. Now, loads of natural wood and white walls. That's what they go for nowadays.
Aye. And a jacuzzi where they used to dye the wool, eh?
Why not? And this place could be a flagship. I don't want to spend the rest of my life plodding from job to job, Joe. I want to see where I'm going. Renovation. Spanking new homes out of old wrecks like this. It's got to be worth it.
Aye. I know that.
The sale's not far off.
So it's put my money where my mouth this time, is it?
Ah, it's all right. Just normally brain damage, same as a lot on them. There's no more stupid than a young pheasant of nose, unless it's an old one. They're that dense I've seen them lie down in front of the combine to commit harry-carry, just from deafness.
Don't you mind people shooting them?
Well, I do and I don't. Mind, there's some of them as pays to shoot 'em out worth price on a cartridge they send. Still, if nobody wanted to shoot 'em, there'd be none to be reared, and I'd be out in a job. Morning, Mr. Turner. Grand art, isn't it?
Sometimes I think you've got a third eye, Seth.
Nobody creeps up on me. Got my own built-in radar. But it might be that aftershave you're wearing.
You still on holiday, Nick? Interested in game birds, are you?
Yeah. Fed up sitting at home.
Too much swatting never did anybody any good, in my opinion. What you need is fresh air and exercise.
That's what I told him, Mr. Turner.
You ought to come out with me sometime. See if we can bag a rabbit or two.
I'm up in Seth.
Oh. Well, sometime later in the week, perhaps.
All it needs is a long curtain to keep out the draught. I'll get Matt to rig up a pole. Then I'll run up the curtain myself.
What we do with clutter on t'other side's anybody's guess.
Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Still, it'll be very convenient, won't it? I mean, you can pop round with Robert when you want to, and if you want me to, well, it's a good idea, isn't it?
If you say so, love.
How is he, then?
Sleeps all day, wide awake all night. I've told Jack he's got him turned wrong way round.
Yes, you can say that again.
I'm going to take him for a walk. Fresh air will do him good.
Oh, good idea. Anyway, Rhoda, I'm having a change around. Don't you get sick of things being in the same place all the time?
After all these years, I've no one new to put out.
Sale of antiques and bric-a-brac. What is this all about?
It's a new area we're moving into. Fortnightly sales of antiques and bric-a-brac. First one's this week, actually.
Your idea, Miss Merrick?
Yes, it was originally. I've been busy getting it all arranged.
I'd no idea Houghton was to become part flea market when I took this post.
Joe has given me the go-ahead.
Well, since you're so far advanced with this little project of yours, I suppose I have to go along with it. In future, I think we'd be able to find better things to do than fill the place with brass candlesticks and commodes.
Morning, love.
Morning.
Tell him to start pulling, shall I?
Aye, thanks. £2.
Right, they'll be waiting up bar for you.
And when you think about what it comes with, it's cheap at half the price.
Oh, wish that were true.
Nay, it is. A cheery smile, a friendly word, a warming welcome from mine host. The things as you're getting here, George, you couldn't put a price on. 78 pence, please.
Just a pint for me, Amos. Oh, and you better put a couple up bar for them gypsy folk. Pay you to keep right side of them.
What gypsies?
They'll be in as soon as they've tied the horses up.
Excuse me a minute, Joe. I take it them animals belong to you.
Aye. Grand-looking mare, sir, ain't she? She's in full and all, a very delicate creature.
Ah, well, some of my patrons are very delicate and all, and they'll not take kindly to sharing tables with a beast of that sort.
Well, I hope you not refuse hospitality to us travelling folks, sir.
Nay,
I doubt not. You know the luck it brings, don't you?
me and my customers were doing very adequately for that, thank you very much, before you arrived. Hospitality for travelling folk does not include providing a stable for their travelling arrangements, if you take my meaning, so I'll thank you to remove them.
Amos, I don't mind letting
It's all right, sir. Does travelling folk know when we're not needed? Tiger face. You've got a tiger face.
I'm sure you're right. But in the meantime, I've a public house to run, so if you don't mind.
Moss, that was totally unnecessary.
I wouldn't mind if only they left them nags at home. Oh, thanks, Joe.
When a gypsy woman makes a sign like that and looks at you as if you're something she's just trodden in, I won't be in your shoes.
Take no notice, Amos. I think the modern expression is winding somebody up.
She'll be straight back to that caravan, sticking pins in a little bald-eared doll.
Bald-headed?
Aye, just like you said.
Never been described as that in my life before. As an impartial observer, Joe, would you say as I was a bald-headed man?
Of course not. Just that your head is poking through your hair, that's all.
When you're ready, Kojak.
Oh, well held, Joe.
Why, that's fast work. She's only just put evil eye on you, and it's working already.
Hello.
Here. You know, you're never going to get to the Black Bull with all this clobber, not without assistance.
I didn't realise that's where I was going.
Well, it's where I'm going. Hey, it's a good idea, this. I've got a lot of old junk that I want to get rid of.
Junk? I don't sell junk. Can't you read? Antiques, household goods, bric-a-brac.
Junk by any other name.
You must meet my new boss. You might find you've got something in common.
Oh, I see. Not too keen, eh? Well, in that case, no arguments. Black Bull, doctor's orders.
And what are you doing here today? I thought you had a business to run.
I've been into the office. I've looked at some properties.
You never buy anything. All you do is look.
OK, I admit it. I thought I might just run into you. Is that a problem?
Not necessarily, no.
Good.
If you've got out to say worth saying, Seth Armstrong, let's hear it.
No, I was just telling him how you sent that gypsy woman packing. Hey, are you sure you're all right, Amos? No aches and pains in your nether regions are out.
Not harvesting yet, Jock?
Nah, powers that be no better.
Everybody else is going like the clappers. Emmerdale started today.
Does it worry me, Henry? All round about Scots in standby. We know what that means.
Same again.
Cheers.
Amos, don't stand under the light. You're dazzling me.
Some of our customers, Mr. Wilkes, if all their brains put together were salt, there'd not be enough to flavour a bag of crisps.
Hey, Amos, there's an old Scottish remedy for baldness.
I am not bald.
All right, fair enough. But if you want to encourage what you've got, rub a raw onion on your head, morning and night.
You want to tell 'em, Amos? Grass doesn't grow on a busy street.
Now, that is a fact, Mr. Wilkes.
Ah, you're right. And they never thatch an empty barn either, do they, Jock?
All right, that's enough.
Hey?
I'll do this. You get off inside, put your feet up.
You sure, lad?
Yeah, it's making me tired just watching you.
Well, when you get to my age, Jackie. All right, then. I'll see you first thing. I'm back, love. Dolly!
He's middle-aged, he's old-fashioned, and he knows it all. He doesn't want to listen to what anyone else thinks, especially if anyone else is a woman. Of course, that's just first impressions. I'm waiting to meet the warm human being inside.
Are you all right, Ma?
I hope he sleeps tonight, Jack.
I don't know how he does it.
Right, I'm just popping down to see Amos. Won't be long.
Is that the mummy?
Would you like me to do that for you, Jack?
No, thanks, Dolly.
Right. Come on, we best get back. That's if your dad's packed up for the night as well.
Yeah, he should have.
I wouldn't mind having Robert the odd night, you know, if you're both a bit tired.
No, we can see to it.
Well, keep the end of the bottle up a bit, Jack. You're filling with wind otherwise.
I know what I'm doing, Dolly.
Good. Right, you better go then.
Has anybody seen the rest of our family? I know they're around here somewhere.
Oh, hello, love.
Come on, then. Where are you, Sam? What's your mother been doing to our house, eh?
All right. No home to go to?
I brought you these. I thought you might want to remind yourself what a good idea it is. I've just been up there staring at the place.
Oh. Well, I can't fault your commitment, Phil, but we won't get the business off the ground just by staring at it.
We won't get the business off the ground unless you're in.
I'm in. There's your answer.
Now, that calls for a drink.
I was right. You do have no home to go to.
All set, then?
Aye. I hope you don't mind me burning a little evening oil, Mr. Wilkes. Of course, if a coach trip descends on us out.
No, no. It's only Phil and Joe in there. You carry on, Tolstoy.
Now, if you'd said Dickens, I could see your parallel. He was a crusading journalist.
Oh, and who are we taking the lance up for tonight, may I ask?
Sandy's asked me for an article on her forthcoming sale, and that's just what she shall have.
What, hasn't happened yet, has it?
Imagination, Mr. Wilkes, inner eye. Anticipation at event, then reporting on actuality after. I shall say, as her enterprise needs encouraging by all and sundry. That woman said I had a tiger face, Mr. Wilkes.
Hey?
Gypsy woman. I told her to be off, and she went, "You've got a tiger face, mister." Right venomous she looked and all.
You don't take any notice of that bad luck nonsense, do you? A rational man like yourself?
No. It just popped into my mind, unbidden, as they say.
Well, I'll get into... may the muse be with you.